Yo, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing, man? Wow, wow. Are we here right now? Are we really doing a Film Z impression video? Because honestly, guys, like, through this whole ride of me catching up with One Piece, it has been terrific. It has been one of the most enjoyable experiences that I have been a part of as far as anime and entertainment as a whole. It has been a hell of a ride, without a doubt. There were so many great moments, and it's hard to put them in any type of order. But hey, maybe that's for another time, another video. But guys, I want to welcome y'all to the One Piece Film Z impressions, y'all. And I do want to say, before I get into this, like usual, y'all know how I do these impressions videos. Sometimes I leave certain things out so that I can talk about them in the next video to go ahead and lead into what I'm going to be talking about here. Okay, so we're going to start it off like this. Now, what was happening is that Smoker, he's actually a vice admiral now, a G5, and he actually has his girl Tashigi with him. And at the point of when Hody got pretty much taken down, they were actually freeing the pirates, and the pirates that actually got freed were, you know, pretty much going back up to the mainland. And as that was happening, Smoker was actually capturing them and interrogating them, and he was pretty much getting the details of exactly what happened, and that it was actually Straw Hats that were down there and everything, and so on and so forth. But also, Jinbei actually went ahead and told Luffy the state of affairs of the world that was going on. And it turns out that your boy Sengoku, he actually stepped down. He actually was resigning and shit. And since he did that, Aokiji, he was actually recommended for the spot because of his reputation to all his men and all this stuff. But the thing is, your boy Akainu, he wanted that spot bad as hell. He wanted it bad as shit. So what happened was, it was the first Fleet Admiral showdown. These dudes battled it out hard as shit. Yo, like, honest, like, just crazy. Like, 10 days? 10 days? What? Yo, they went hard, extremely hard. How you gonna battle for 10 days straight? But your boy Akainu, he came out the victor and stuff. And even though he came out victorious in this matter, Aokiji, he was like, he wouldn't stand for it. He couldn't stand working under Akainu, so he was like, you know what, I'm done. And he pretty much went ahead and walked away from the military. He retired, whatever, however you want to call it. He's done. He's out of there. Also, your man Blackbeard has been putting in work, yo. He is seen as the Four Emperors, yo. He's one of them, pretty much. It's done. It's done. It is what it is. Like, I was like, damn, man. But honestly, yo, like, I'm like, yo, Blackbeard. I mean, I like Blackbeard as a character, but my boy Whitebeard, yo, don't even get me started. Anyways, let's go. So Film Z starts off with Z singing, okay? Like, he's singing about, like, the sea and all this stuff. And, like, while this is happening, he's preparing, like, his massive ass weapon. This shit's made of goddamn sea stone, right? This shit comes off of his shoulders, like attached to his arm and shit. Looks fucking gargantuan, motherfucker, just going around his whole shit. I was like, goddamn, yo, do you need that much goddamn metal on your shit? Full metal! Goddamn, son. But anyways, he was getting his shit ready. I was like, okay, this dude look kind of serious. But looking at him, I was like, you know, he look like a little aged or whatever. But while this is happening outside, like, his whole crew are battling against the Navy and stuff. And the first thing they show outside is this girl Ayn, and she's like the swordsman. She's dual blading and stuff, just tearing everybody up, yo. Just dicing them and slicing them up like shit in halves and quarters. I'm like, god damn, you just shitting on everybody, yo. And then the next person they show pretty much is his other his other right hand man, I would say, is Benz. And this dude, like, this dude was extra fruity to me, yo. Like this dude was flower boy, son. Like, but he was getting nice though, and he was like shooting all these vines everywhere. And at first, I wasn't understanding what was going on because I knew they were devil fruit users, but I didn't know exactly what they had going on. But they were just dealing in everybody, yo. And then that man Z jumped in, and he was just yee. I was just like, damn! Like, they was fucking up everybody, holding it down. And then out of nowhere, my boy Kizaru, yo, he just came in that bitch, yo. He was like, but yo, you did that shit. He just beamed the shit. Was like, boom. That shit just went straight into the goddamn ship. That shit blew up, man. And then him and Z started fighting and shit. But actually, right before that, they were at this island because they were trying to get this goddamn purple goddamn egg looking thing. And I was looking at it, I was like, what the fuck is this? This shit look like something off of Fraggle Rock. You know what I'm saying? Y'all old school cats, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I was like, what the hell is this? At the time, I didn't understand what the hell it was. But I could tell it was something pretty damn special. So then Kizaru gets there, they start fighting and shit, and this man Z is holding it up like on his own. I was like, okay, like if you go toe to toe with Kizaru, yo, you gotta be a beast. This is what it is, yo. You gotta be nice. So they're going at it and shit, and then as they're going at it, they're kind of talking, and you can kind of tell they have a history and stuff that, you know, of course, you know, if you've seen the stuff leading up to this, that Z used to be actually in the military and shit. They actually have a past, and him and Kizaru never really seen eye to eye. Kizaru never really liked Z like that. He didn't really care about this motherfucker. While they're fighting and shit, Ein is like, I'll do anything for Master Z. I'll always follow Master Z. I'm like, yo, this man better not have a Bailiff, yo. Holy shit, sacrificial lamb, son. But anyways, Z's weapon is called the Smash Buster and shit. That big ass goddamn thing, right? So he's just shitting on dudes that got goddamn devil fruits. So him and Kizaru are still fighting, and he actually pretty much kind of takes him to the limit in a sense, because he's like, you know what? I'm gonna use this Dino Rock, and that's pretty much what they came there to get. That goddamn purple rotten egg looking thing. This shit is fucking beast though, because pretty much if you expose it to any like oxygen and shit like that, it causes a fucking massive goddamn explosion of cataclysmic goddamn proportions. So he goes ahead and he's about to shoot it off and shit. Kizaru goddamn fucking speeds up to the goddamn to the sky. He fucking goes light speed up in there and shit. And then Z pretty much meets him with that shit, throws it at him, and then it's right in front of Kizaru's fucking face. And that shit just goes, yeah, right in his fucking face, yo. But of course, your boy Kizaru nice like that, son. You know what I'm saying? Porcelino, yo. He just, he out of there. He's safe. He's good. And Ein and Ben's looking at like, oh shit, Master Z, what's good? You know. And then from there, they actually fade to the Straw Hats, and of course they're all acting silly. Luffy's acting ridiculous, Nami looking delicious, Robin looking ridiculous, yo. You know what I'm saying? Zoro's still drinking and everything, chilling like a monster. Sanji's still schwanning it like a motherfucker. He's cooking up them dishes left and right, still hating on everybody else but loving them sugar walls. Chopper's chilling, Frankie pink as hell, Brooke pink as hell. I was like, okay, let's go. I'll roll with it. So they're pretty much sailing through, and they run into all this falling ash. And what they don't know is that they actually are running into that, all the falling ash is coming from that huge ass goddamn explosion and shit. And what happens from there is that one of Nami's log posts actually starts going a little haywire and everything, and she's trying to talk to Usopp, trying to keep it down a little bit, like, hey, you know, Usopp's like, you know, don't let, you know who see that and stuff, you know, so they're gonna send us on a wild goose chase and all this shit. Next thing you know, that's exactly what happens. That man Luffy sees it, like, you know what, I want to go in that direction, I want to go there. So they pretty much like, you know what, okay, he's the captain, let's go. So that's pretty much what happens. They got no say in the matter, but hey, that's what it is. He's the captain, call them shots. So as they're sailing, right, as they're sailing towards this direction, they actually run in to Z, but he's like knocked out, he's unconscious, like in the water and shit, he's just floating and everything. And Luffy actually tries to save him out of the water, but of course, you know, motherfucker, water, Luffy, you know what I'm saying, sea stone, that shit don't mix. So he's like powerless and everything, and they kind of pull his arm to get him up there. So they get Z onto the boat, and Nami isn't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? She's the backbone. She's always the one with the little, with the common sense of like, you know what, I'm not feeling this shit right now. So she's like, look, I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we should mess around with this. But you know, Chopper's like, look, I'm a doctor, it's my responsibility, patch him up. Luffy's like, hey, come on, you know what I'm saying? Let's heal him up, and if he does anything, I'll beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'll kick his ass. This is what it is. So they go ahead, they patch up Z, and then Z starts to wake up. He compliments Chopper. Chopper's like, oh yeah, you know how Chopper is. But he starts talking to Luffy. He's like, you know what, you're the captain of the ship, ain't you? And Luffy's like, yeah. And then, you know, Z's like, you know, yeah, I've seen plenty like you know, like new age of pirates and all this stuff, you know. And Luffy's just smiling and everything. And then Luffy's asking him a whole bunch of questions. And Z's like, hey, you like asking a lot of questions, don't you? And then Luffy's like, yeah, you know, because it's important that if you're not the Navy, you know. And Z's like, why would that be important? I was like, well, because I'm a pirate. And then Z just gets serious, yo. He gets serious as shit, yo. I was like, what? Let's go. Before I get to Z getting nice on him, yo, I gotta say this. His crew has a Viva card, and they're actually pretty much tracking down Z, coming towards where he's at. And Z's arm was actually taken away and shit, and there was actually this scientist in the Navy that actually gave him a new arm. I mean, me personally, I don't believe they stated who it was, but I was thinking that it was, you know, Vegapunk or whatever, but that's just me. But anyways, Z, yo, he just smashes goddamn Luffy shit, yo. He passes his own shit up into the next room and shit, yo. And he's like, Strawhead, why are you a pirate, yo? I was like, what? How you just go do that to Luffy like that? Luffy, you ain't supposed to be eating that shit like that, yo. Man, and then goddamn Sanji and Zoro jump in, son, and they just alternate, and it's like, yeah. But that man Z is just holding it down, yo. He's holding it down, just beating them down, blah, kind of deflecting this. I was like, okay. And then while that's happening, they're actually, their crew actually gets there, and they jump on and are like, where's Master Z and everything. And then they actually start confronting Frankie, Usopp, Nami, Robin, you know, the whole deal, Brook and shit. So they actually end up fighting, and Ben's actually, you know, Fruity Boy, he actually goes ahead and starts, he encases these guys like all these vines and shit, and it turns out that his Devil Fruit ability, he can actually control any like plant life and shit. So he's pretty much controlling like all the grass that's on the ground in the sunny, and he just like engulfs them in vines, and they can't even goddamn move. And she actually ends up touching Brook, Robin, and Nami, and actually gets them to age 12 years younger. So when it actually happened, I was like, whoa, hold on, she made Nami disappear, like she just vanished with how they showed it. But then they realized that she actually became a lot younger and shit. And then Robin, you know what I'm saying, since she's pretty much older than everybody else, well, except for Brook and shit, but she was still right, just is what it is. But then Brook, he pretty much couldn't tell at all what the hell happened to him or whatever. So Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, they're still fighting and shit and everything, man. They actually get dealt with by Z, yo, and Z is just holding up Luffy. Just holding him up with his goddamn smasher, yo. Because that's just made that sea stone, yo. Luffy can't do nothing, man. That's exactly why Z got it. You know, he got it to hand them devil fruit users, man. This is what it is. And then he's just holding them up like, man, you ain't shit, pretty much. You know, like, you'll never rule these seas. You ain't gonna be no king of the pirates. And Luffy is he's just out of it, man. He completely lost that fight. So they go back onto their ship and they pretty much just start onslaughting the goddamn Sunny, just throwing massive cannons on it, just straight barraging it. And they end up getting loose, and Frankie actually ends up bursting the hell up out of there, yo. Just like, yee, straight into the goddamn atmosphere and shit. So they end up actually getting away, and this man Z is looking straight beastly. But exactly what is he up to? Well, we're about to see. It turns out that Z actually made the new Navy Z and shit, and they pretty much delivered justice the way that he sees it, the way that he pretty much envisions it, because he feels that the actual Navy is not doing it the right way, and because of certain events that we're actually going to be going over in a little bit. But what happens is that Luffy is pissed. He's like, man, the fight is not over. I'm gonna get this dude. I'm gonna beat his ass. Just is what it is. Man, Luffy and everybody, they actually end up making it to the shore of this island, and they end up meeting, you know, this old school cat and everything, and Frankie is actually repairing the Sunny. And it turns out that they need to go ahead and get certain things. So they actually end up telling them that, hey, the next island over, you can get whatever you need from there. Go ahead and take the sea train, and you'll be straight. So actually, Frankie actually ends up staying behind while everybody else goes over to the next island to do some pretty much intel work and get some supplies and such. So while this is happening, we get a check at the new fleet admiral. Yeah, the bitch ass motherfucker that couldn't be Whitebeard for shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, son. That if my boy Dub B, yo, was just chilling, ain't getting messed up, didn't have to go through, you know what I'm saying? If he was at 100%, he would have shit on that dude. I don't care. I don't care. But anyways, I could tell it was ass, man. I seen that lava hand and all that shit. I was like, you a punk ass bitch. But he's pretty much laying the law down that, look, we need to get back the crack rocks. We gotta get back these crack rocks. We gotta stop Z from getting them crack rocks, them goddamn dino rocks, them dino stones. We gotta stop that. So he's pretty much talking to everybody, all the admirals, all that shit, letting them know what is about to go down. Meanwhile, at this island that they went to, right, the Straw Hats, you got Robin dancing, right? There's a certain crew that's trying to get recon. They're doing like a recon squad thing, right? You got Robin in the bar dancing, like on the stage, just basting it. You got Nami, small as shit, fucking being the waitress. You got Chopper shoe shining, listening on shit, and then you got your boy Usopp. He's actually Robin's manager. I was like, okay, let's go, you know. And then also what's happening is that you got everybody else from Sanji to Zoro to Luffy. They're actually chilling out in the springs and shit, right? Like this bath. And then they're actually there with Brook too. And they actually end up running to Aokiji, and he's just chilling, like, you know. And then as soon as they see him, they're like, whoa, hold up, yo, you can't just sneak up on us like that, son. You think you can sneak up on us like that with our history, yo? You better back the fuck up, yo. But Aokiji's just like, hey, chill, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know, I got no beef. You know, hey, I quit. I'm done with the Navy. I'm not even with them. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for y'all. You know, we're straight. So he ends up actually taking a walk with them and, you know, telling them about Z and that he's actually on the island. And how he's pretty much like his master and stuff, and so on and so forth. And actually, they actually cut to Z, and he's sitting there fucking laying down these goddamn dino rocks again. And still at this point in time, okay, what's going on? What's up with these rocks? What's up with these crack rocks? And he's fucking up all these goddamn Marines and shit, just fucking them up left and right. I'm like, okay, something's about to go down. So he pretty much tells them, hey, they're on the other side of the island. We gotta, we gotta handle this. But in the meantime, Nami, she being that she's being a waitress, a little kid, she actually starts talking to these Marines that are in the bar, and she's talking to them about Z, and she pretty much gets them to kind of give her some information. But during the course of her recon work, she actually gets had, and and Usopp and everybody with Robin, they actually scoop her up and they actually start running, and they got all these Marines chasing them and shit, and Usopp's trying to turn around and prevent them from stopping from coming, but they keep coming. Next thing you know, they actually run into everybody else, Brooks, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy. Luffy just gets up there, puts in that dedicated work with that hockey. Oh, the motherfuckers just they can't do nothing, son. And then they talk to the dude that's in charge, yo, the captain. It's like, look, what's good? Where's Z? Just kind of confirming it. He on the other side of the island. Let's go. So they start going ahead and heading towards Z. But before we move on, I gotta talk about your boy Aokiji, yo, because when he stood up out of the bath, yo, you seen all them goddamn battle scars, yo. He was fucking burnt, scorched, and flamed up, yo, all fucked up, son. And his shit was taken off. I was like, damn. I was like, bro, you ain't doing too good, man. You need to go see a doctor about that shit. Yo, he looked like he been through some hell. Yo, god damn, yo. I see why I kinda was, son. But nah, that was dope to kind of see that, to see some indication of exactly kind of what went down. But anyways, while the Straw Hats are going ahead and towards Z, goddamn Z is still shitting on him, yo. He's facing this one goddamn Marine Navy captain and shit, yo. He's like, Takai, yo, Z just bare knuckles, real deal, Holyfield stuff, fuck, and this rib cage, yo. He couldn't take that shit. He was like, oh shit. And this dude just dropped, yo. I was like, what, yo? Power overwhelming, son. But anyways, man, he actually starts talking about the Dino Rocks a little bit. He put him down, and he actually blew him up, and it caused this huge goddamn volcanic explosion. But by that time, goddamn Straw Hats got there, man. They got their head down, yo, and they looking at Z, and Luffy's like, I'm gonna get that ass, yo. And your boy Zoro's like, you know what, I'm gonna handle the swordsman. So he pretty much goes after Ein, and goddamn Sanji's like, okay, I'm gonna put work on Benz. Let's go. And then next thing you know, Luffy is going after Z. Goddamn, Luffy hit that second gear, yo. He's fucking dodging these bullets, and a ray of bullets is like, hand, darting and dashing and shit. Straight at Z, puts it straight right at him like, yo, but your boy Z blocks it like, that ain't shit, son. He pushes goddamn Luffy back. He starts just shooting at him like, Next thing you know, man, Luffy is just running, just dodging the bullets and shit. Man, Zoro is actually chasing down Ein. Sanji is actually getting the better of Ben's right now, yo. And then that man Z, yo. He hit him with that smash tornado, yo. He's sending this dude Luffy up in the air flying. I was like, God damn, Luffy, you don't got wings, son. You don't got wings. You ain't supposed to be up that high right now. Then Luffy hits the ground, and then he shoots Luffy. And Luffy just takes it. He's like, man, that shit don't faze me. Gum, bitch. And then Z's like, oh, really? Then shoots him with a different gun. This shit got sea stone bullets in it, yo. Surprise is just like, and Luffy just like, oh shit, yo. And he felt that shit. He couldn't move. completely suspended animation, son. I was like, damn, yo, Luffy, you about to go down again right now for this dude? I don't want to see this again, man. What? Come on, Luffy, you gotta do something. Come on, Luffy, do something, dog. Put in work. Is what it is. So what happens is that Z actually ends up taking Luffy's straw hat and shit, and you know you don't fuck with the straw hat, yo. You might be able to fuck with you don't fuck with the hat, yo. You know you don't do that, son. You don't do that. That's breaking the law right there. That's the Luffy law, the Luffy code you breaking. You don't do that shit, yo. And that man Luffy weak as shit right now, yo. He is out of it because he got that bullet in him, man. And he's like, yo, give that back to me. Shanks gave that to me. And he's like, what? He goes ahead and scoops up goddamn Luffy, realizing that Shanks the one that sent him out to sea and everything. He's like, Shanks, the redhead? Yo, he's gonna have the same fate as your bitch ass. And then he fucking smashes that dude. Oh, he smashed Luffy hard as shit in that same spot and just left him there to die, son. How you get an explosion on you right there? Yo, that shit gotta hurt like a bitch. Oh my goodness. But then he just falls there, yo. Meanwhile, the goddamn lava's coming down. It's destroying everything, man. Goddamn, Z's justice is fucking horrific. He's shitting on everybody. Yes, he wants to go ahead and get after the pirates, man, but he don't care if civilian casualties come into place. He will shit on it, son. So all this goddamn volcanic lava and shit, this liquid hot magma's coming down. Sanji and Zoro come there and scoop up Luffy. They're fucking running down the mountainside and shit through the village and everything. Usopp's there. Usopp's actually there as well, man. And then Usopp's running with him. He actually ends up making a boat because that shit's coming too fast at him. They can't outrun it, so he makes a boat. They jump in and shit. They're fucking going down. It's just kind of out of control, going fast and shit. They got their liquid hot magma right behind them, yo. And then it doesn't seem like the guy's gonna make it, but next thing you know, man, boom, your boy Aokiji, yo. He goes ahead and freezes everything. All the lava and shit, man. All of it. And pretty much ends up saving them so that they can go ahead and get out of there. Now, what happens is they actually cut to Garp, right? AKA sit the fuck down for Marineford. I digress. Let's go. But anyways, they cut to him and actually got Cody there, right? They got him there, and he's like, hey, you know, what's up with Z? Why is he the way he is? And this is when we actually find out about, you know, Z's past and all this stuff. Is that, you know, he actually got into the Navy. He was more dedicated to the Navy's justice more than pretty much anybody, you know. And he actually became an admiral very fast, at a pretty young age. And what happened is that a pirate actually ended up killing his family, and you know, he fucking torn up about that shit. But what he wanted to make a hero, you know. So he pretty much started training tons of, you know, Marines and stuff, and pretty much all the admirals that you kind of see today, like he's their master. That's why everybody calls him Master Z. And that's why, you know, they respect him a lot and everything. He has a very good reputation. But during one of his training courses on his ship, a devil fruit user actually ended up taking his arm, cutting off his arm, and pretty much slaying everybody on the ship except for two of the survivors, which is Ein and Ben. So the two people that actually follow him today. And then what happened is that after that happened, he was still a part of the Navy, but the thing that pretty much tipped him over the edge right there was the fact that the Navy actually went ahead, this same devil fruit user that took this dude's arm, they actually made him into one of the 7 warlords. So it was like, oh shit. So pretty much from there, he was like, you know what, I'm not dealing with it no more. fuck that. So he ended up leaving. He made his new Navy Z, and he's putting in work. But what happened also is that afterwards is that Aokiji actually ends up meeting up with Z, and they're sharing some words and stuff, and he actually tells him that he's always looked up to him. He wanted to be like him. He was an admiral guy, and after sharing some words, they went ahead and actually ended up parting ways and such. Okay, so after they go ahead and escape this big ass goddamn volcanic turmoil, the Straw Hats actually make their way back to the Sunny. But when they get there, Aokiji's actually there, and at first they're kind of up in arms, like, okay, hold on a second, but they realize that he's actually not a threat, and he's gonna tell them what the deal is. And this is when they actually tell them the plan about what Z is doing with the Dyna Rocks and shit, the crack rocks, and pretty much. What he's trying to do is he's trying to blow up these endpoints, and basically there's these 3 islands that are these endpoints, and they have these volcanic explosions with just like these main magma sources and stuff. So pretty much if he blows them all up, he can actually set the New World Sea to flames and pretty much eradicate like all the pirates of New World and pretty much all the people if he is successful with this. And at this point, they're pretty. The Navy's like, you know what? We're going all out. We gotta stop him. That's it. This is not a game no more. Let's hold it down. And everybody knows that he's heading towards that 3rd island. Luffy, though, right? So the Navy goes ahead and dispatches everybody to go there. But Luffy, he's like, I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a shit about that, yo. All I want is my straw hat, baby. That's all I want. I don't give a damn about nothing else. All I want is my straw hat. You can blow up the world. You can take a shit on a goat. You can fucking get R. Kelly goddamn golden showered. I don't give a fuck. Give me my goddamn straw hat, bitch. That's all I care about, dude. And then everybody's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So pretty much the whole crew goes ahead and starts heading towards this 3rd island. And when they start going there, yo, they get on their gears, son. Robin, yo. That's all I gotta say, son. That's all I gotta say, son. And your man Zoro was doing this thing. This man Luffy looked like a king, yo. He looked like a don with that shit. I was like, okay. And everybody else holding it down, yo. I was like, that's right. Do it, son. I can't wait to see fucking Zoro just slice and dice people in half. Fucking Sanji just flame burn them, yo, with that foot, son. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Grandia, let's go. But anyways, alright. And they're going straight to this goddamn island because Aokiji actually gave them an external pose that actually goes straight to this goddamn island and shit. Man, they were running into like the almighty goddamn fist fuck, yo, because they got there. You got this dude with these crack rocks trying to just destroy everything. So it's between him and his crack rocks and the goddamn military, the goddamn Navy coming in. So everybody wants the Straw Hats at some goddamn, at some rate. They're getting fucked here. So they're in the middle, in between all this goddamn mayhem, but still Luffy don't give a fuck. So they're still going, So they actually get to the sea, son. The goddamn Sunny use that cannon, yo, blasting the fuck out of shit, son. Yo, you got Zoro just taking out incoming cannons and shit, yo. And then they reach the shore and then unleashing all my ass. God damn, yo, that shit was nice. Oh, how motherfuckers just cut me. Man, people was getting kicked in ways I've never seen before. There was so many gums being released, it was retarded. Yo, I seen Luffy do the shit, yo. I was like, what you do, Luffy? Replay! Holy shit! But anyways, let me break this down. Luffy just straight up fucking eats that big ass epic meat that he's got on his back, yo. And then he just commences annihilating these goddamn Navy motherfucking Marine bitches, yo. He hits that observation hockey. And he's just like, what? Come again? What? Just dodging the shit. And they're shooting goddamn bullets and rockets at him, yo. He dart and dash straight at them motherfuckers, yo. He fucking dodges that shit like a fat bitch does the lane cuisine. son, you was too swift. How you doing this shit, yo? Let's go. Yo, just straight boss level, man. Putting in work. Your boy Brooke is just slicing dudes, freezing them like it's nothing. And your girl Robin still bad as shit, yo. Just stomping cats with massive legs, yo. Robin, you can stomp me every day of the week. I don't give a fuck. What else? Man, all of them are fighting the Navy, man. Goddamn. Chopper is mini-meing it up. You got Usopp fucking bambooing them up, yo. And then Nami tempo them hard as shit, yo. I was like, damn, yo, y'all ain't getting no breaks. Everybody is shitting on him. You got your man Zoro is taking on Ain, yo. You got Sanji shitting on Ben, son. And then by that time, your boy Luffy goes ahead and reaches Z. And he's talking to Z. He's like, look, I'm here for that hat. You took that hat. Shanks gave me that hat. That hat belongs to me. You try to take that hat away from me, I shit on it. It is what it is. You are in my city, my block, my era, my world. You fuck with my straw hat, I destroy you. That's how it works, son. Let's go. Let's go. And pretty much Z is still standing there. Like, he's just sitting there like, look, man, I hate pirates. Pirates are useless. Pirates are evil. You know what I'm saying? When this is done, I'm gonna set fire to the seas. And I'm gonna shit on every goddamn pirate, yo. Man, that man Luffy comes at him, yo, hard as shit, son. Hit him with that 3-punch combo, son. And man, Z blocks it and he's like, man, that's useless. Man, while this is happening, these goddamn Kumas, yo, these new ones, the goddamn firmware 2.0 Kumas, got these goddamn pacifists, yo, they come out of the woodwork. And they start blasting everything. Just shitting on everything. And I'm like, damn, yo, what y'all gonna do about this? And then your boy Frankie comes out of nowhere, radical being bitch, putting in work on all of them, son. And then your boy Sanji just skywalking like a monster, yo. And just shitting on the artist formerly known as Prince. Ben's bitch. And then your boy Zoro just straight destroys Ainz, yo. That dual blade wielding chick, yo, just destroys her. I'm just like, damn. You tried, but you couldn't do it. Zoro, cheer. Yo, this man Zoro was cutting bullets in half, son. Flawless swordsplay, yo. But anyways, after he handled Ainz, yo, Chopper, Nami, Robin, Brooke, you know what I'm saying, they actually went ahead and went back to normal, and shit. And as that's happening, they actually decided to go ahead and meet up with, and Robin was still looking bad as hell. They actually go ahead and, towards where Luffy is and shit, where he's fighting Z. And man, Z and Luffy are still going hard shit. They going at it hard as shit, yo. With goddamn causing shockwaves with every single hit. Every single one of them just earth shattering, yo. Man, this man Luffy, look, as they're fighting, this man Z's like, look, you can't defeat my justice. No. How your justice that sweet, son? How you just gonna say that? Like, look, you can't fuck with my justice. You don't even know what that is. Man, this man Luffy does a perfect transition from pistol to straight Gatling, yo. Beautiful as shit. Hitting devastating hits on Z, son. And man, Z gives him props. He's like, okay, I felt that shit. This man Z just starts charging him at him, yo. And that man Luffy, he hit that third gear, that tier 3, yo. And he gets that gigantic pistol, just diesel, son. And then he throws that beastly ass haymaker at Z, yo. He runs into that shit. He fucking pushes him back, and I was like, what? I was like, no, yo, how you just gonna eat a pistol like that? You don't do that. And then right afterwards, I swear, I have never seen my boy Luffy get that hot, yo. This dude's insides were burning. This man Luffy hit a 4th gear, son. This man was steaming so hard. He was so fucking goddamn burning, son. He was burning from the inside out. Continuously hot as shit. His fucking goddamn Fahrenheit level was out of goddamn stratosphere, son. This man looked pissed as shit. Looking like goddamn Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat, yo. Ready to go in. I knew what I was about to see was about to be some fucking fury unleashed. I mean, your boy's soul was burning, yo. That's how high he was going, son. And that man Z came at him with a smash, yo. That man Luffy hit him with a jet pistol, like, bang! Yo, that shit connected, son. Yo, when that shit connected, it froze for a second. That's how much power was in that hit. When they collided, yo, when two worlds collides, they fuck shit up. Yo, that shit connected. It was like, and then I was like, oh shit! Too much power within thy fist, young Padawan. Holy shit! But anyways, yo, that jet pistol goddamn just shatters his goddamn weapon, yo. His goddamn smasher, son. Leaves an imprint on that shit in his fist and everything. And he's like, why are you doing this? If you do this, you're not gonna be remembered or nothing. You're just a pirate. And Luffy's like, look, I do what I want to do. I do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I live by my own accord. I am not you. I live free. And if I can't beat you, I cannot be the Pirate King. I have my own dream. Then Z's like, okay, I'll do as you do. I'll dedicate my life to destroying your ambition. Don't let it crumble. Don't let it crumble. But let's go. Yo, Z got them black fists now. Luffy puts on that armament, son, yo. And they start going blow for blow like Rocky and Apollo, man. Just, yeah, in the ring, yo. Just going at it constantly. Just when you think Luffy is out, he comes back with new determination. Putting in work, yo. So I was like, damn, yo, this is a fight to the end, yo. They are going hard and shit right now. Just like punching, like it got to the point when their hits weren't even as strong no more because they were so tired, yo. And Luffy hit him with that final hit, like, But it pretty much ended with Z's defeat, and then he came to terms with Luffy's dream and kind of accepted it and everything. And Luffy was like, you know what? And he's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for my hat. You took my hat. I'm gonna get my hat. You know what I'm saying? You took my property. I'm getting it back. This is what it is. And then the other Straw Hats come. They actually congratulate Luffy on beating that ass finally and everything. So he was able to conquer that and stuff. And then out of nowhere, you know what happens. Here comes goddamn Kizaru and his goddamn fleet of Marines and all these other admirals and shit just coming in. I'm like, oh, damn, they about to put in work. Man, Z, man, like he was a holy warrior for his own cause. You know what I'm saying? He had his own shit. And he pretty much came to terms with, like, what he was due, because like he realized what he was doing was affecting like other people and all this shit, and you know, him fighting and talking with Luffy kind of made him kind of see that. So he said, you know what, I need to pay for what I've kind of done. So he starts to go ahead and fight against this huge onslaught of Marines and shit, kind of giving like his little last, you know, war cry and stuff. Aokiji is actually there, and Ainz and Benz actually get there around the same time, and Aokiji actually puts up this huge goddamn ice wall, and he ends up freezing everything, like the goddamn crack rocks, dino rocks, and all this shit. And he actually freezes it so that the Straw Hats, Ainz, Benz is actually separated from Master Z, as he's just putting in work on the other side, man. The Straw Hats actually end up leaving, and you know, Z's, you know, he's putting it all out and everything. He's fighting them all, just just deal them all in. Next thing you know, Kizaru's like, you know, he's the only one. He didn't care for this dude. Like he had something against him, man. Kizaru just he sprayed him with so many array of bullets to the chest, yo. He ate that shit, but even after eating all that shit from your boy Porcellino, yo, he gets up. That man Z gets up, yo, and still starts putting in work until eventually he meets his untimely demise, man. Man, Ainz and Benz on the other side, the goddamn ice, like, no, Master Z, and all this stuff, and they actually, Straw Hats are leaving. Luffy's looking at what's going on and everything, and, you know, it's just what it is, man. He wanted to get his straw hat, that just is. And then what happens is that, right before Z dies, you know, a lot of the people that were there, part of the military, they didn't want to see him pass like that. You know, they had like I said before, they had a lot of respect for him, a lot of admiration. But Kizaru was the main one that kind of wanted to deal him in and stuff. So it just is what it is. And basically at his burial and stuff, they actually use his smasher as kind of like his headstone. And Aokiji was telling him, look, he was a great man. He was telling Ainz and Benz that, hey, he was a great man, very admirable and stuff. And you know, that was pretty much it from there. But alright guys, that's pretty much it. That's where it pretty much ends, and I gotta say I enjoyed this movie a lot. There was some questions though. I wanted to know exactly who was the pirate that actually killed his family, who was the devil fruit user pirate, you know, that took his arm. Was it the same pirate that did both? You know, I really wanted to know that a lot. And there was other things throughout this movie that I felt that we're gonna get answers through time. But also, this is something I thought while watching it, because immediately when she explained her devil fruit power about being able to take back time 12 years on certain people, and I also want to say this, that Chopper was affected by her as well, by Ein. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, I thought something was gonna happen with Brooke, and it was funny because after I watched it, I watched one of Neverworld's videos and what he was talking about it, and he pretty much brought up the same thing in his video that I was thinking while I was watching it. I thought Brooke was gonna like be like, you know what, like be infatuated with her, like touching her or some shit like that, because like I would figure that it would take back time for him, and then he would become like an actual man again or some shit. I don't know. I mean, but at the same time, maybe that still can play into the story eventually. Maybe Brooke can become flesh and blood once again, you know, down the line. That's always a possibility. But all in all, guys, I do want to say one last thing, is that I did notice that this movie was very different than a movie like Strong World. Strong World was kind of like your more traditional kind of like Straw Hat adventure. You know, it was kind of like going island to island to island type deal. Whereas this, it was like, you know, pretty much plain and simple, Z stole the show. You know what I'm saying? He was the head front. That's why it's Film Z. He, you know, it was all about him, his justice, his dream, his passion, and his fight against the evil known as pirates. But guys, I guess it just is what it is. Let me know what you think about this movie. But also, I do want to get into something else, guys, and this is very important. But first, I do want to say this, because I know this question is undoubtedly going to come up. Okay, I liked Film Z a lot, alright? I enjoyed Strong World a lot as well. Now, I liked Film Z because of what it brought to the table. I felt, like I said, I felt like there was some things that were kind of little plot holes in a sense, contrasted to the main storyline. But I think it was done kind of on purpose in a sense. But that's perfectly fine, because One Piece is a very deep and well thought out thing, and everything's eventually going to connect together. I understand that, but I love I love what they brought to the table. I love the fact that they showed it from a totally different angle kind of this time, But with Strong World, it was more of like I said, your traditional kind of Straw Hat Adventure, but it was just kind of like on a grander scale. I think they were both great. If I had to pick one, I would probably say that I enjoyed Z maybe a little bit more because of the new kind of angle that it brought, and it showed me more kind of in depth with another character and characters outside of the Straw Hats so much. But outside of that, I think they are both great, and just great movies, man. I think they're both just definitely excellent. I'm not one of those people that's gonna say, oh, Film Z just shits on it, because I don't personally think that. I love the Straw Hats adventures as they are, perfectly fine, so when I was shown this with Film Z, it was still great, definitely, without a doubt. So comparing them both is really kind of hard for me, because I do like the traditional kind of crew going through all their turmoil and stuff like that, where you kind of see them as the center focus all the time, because I just love the crew so much, their personalities and everything. That's one of the things I even said in my first impressions video that I think is the greatest thing about this show. It's the characters and how they conversate with each other, and how it's so seamless and perfect. So any moment and any time that I can have with them, that they are the focus, I know I'm gonna have a blast. So that's just it. That's what I gotta say about that. The next thing I gotta say, guys, is that I'm kind of stuck right now, because from here on I can either do episode reviews, chapter reviews, or I can do arc reviews, whenever an arc gets done. But this is the problem. You guys, a lot of you guys aren't One Piece fans. I don't want to leave y'all without having any type of One Piece kind of review related content for that wide amount of time. I want to make sure that I'm giving you something. So I'm not saying exactly which one I'm doing yet, but it's either going to be chat reviews or episode reviews. So we're going to see what's going to happen there, guys. Let me know what your recommendations would be. Please let me know, so I can definitely start doing that. And also, I'm going to be starting the Hunter x Hunter thing here really soon as far as videos, because like I said, I was going to catch up with One Piece, and then once I fully caught up to where I can do episode reviews every week, or chapter reviews every week, I would start doing the Hunter x Hunter fucking arc reviews and such, and so I catch up with that and then do something else. But anyways, guys, like I said, share your opinions on this matter, please. I am open ears, but of course, whatever I can do best for my situation is going to be my decision. I'm just going to use y'all's opinions to kind of weigh out exactly what I should do and what I should not do. But like always, guys, thank you so much for watching, man. I am CenTruL. This is AnimeCenTruL. Remember to rate, comment, share, and subscribe, because this is where we go to work every day. One Piece, guys. This is One Piece. Thanks for watching. Peace.